Hello and welcome to OWXL League, Season 3, Week 7 on Numbani. Your host Sultan Pepper, and excited to bring this rival tier game to you on Valentine's Day between Hogpen eSports and Sacred Angels. Sacred Angels coming in late to the league, replacing, I believe, Atlas B, who dropped last week. However, Hogpen eSports in pole position here to take the top of the rival tier. They're coming into Week 7 tied with WinkyFace 5-1. However, WinkyFace lost to Reddit Gynos in 8th place. Last night, the first game of Week 7 dropped to 5-2, so an opportunity here for Hogpen to create some space to go up to 6-1 and guarantee that first round bye in the rival tier playoffs. Just 2 weeks left to play, Week 7 and 8, and excited to get this game started for you. Again, I haven't seen Sacred Angels on stream before, so I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what we can, their formation and just comps, things like that, and what they have ready for us. Hogpen on the other side, obviously very strong coming in. Only been beaten once, and that may have actually been a forfeit. So excited here to see what's in store. Nice Valentine's Day game for you on this Wednesday. And yeah, without further ado, ready to go here. We'll kick it off to Numbani.
Traveling to Numbani.
And this is the third time we've got a hybrid map. For the start, we started on Eichenwald in Week 1. I believe it was Kings Row in Week 5. Now Numbani here in Week 7. And last night, largely uneventful on Numbani, WinkyFace and Reddit Gynos battled out to a 0-0 draw. Nobody able to take the first tick on the point. And yeah, largely uneventful, but yeah, Reddit Gynos able to get the better of them in those final 2 maps. See if we have a more exciting contest here. Defending first, it's Hogpen eSports on the left-hand side. Manny, SR14. Going Soldier. Horrible I am, maybe going Doomfist. Doomfist actually can be a very interesting pick on this map because of the high ground on either side of the point. He's able to get up there and kind of cause some issues. And then Ornawan on Roadhog, Charisma HP on Mercy, Wakachi on Zenyatta. Actually, maybe kill him switching to Reinhardt. Manny still trying to decide, does play a little bit of Tracer as well, so we'll see what comes out. But looks like it is a soldier to start. And Killer now maybe going Winston, nice combo there. We'll see if that pans out for them. For the attackers, Sacred Angels on the right, Ideal Riot on Zarya, Aurora on Mercy, Ideal Saifu on Genji, Bragg, Big Boss on Ana, Ideal Legends on Reinhardt, Zanyism, and Pharah.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Excited to do Numbani, not a map that we see all that often. Not a lot of people actually pick it. So getting its kind of fair share of attention here in Week 7. We'll be on Junkertown for Week 8. That should also be fun. We did a payload map. I believe it was Dorado. Was week, I want to say, Dorado was Week 4? Week 3 perhaps? But a fun time regardless. And yeah, ready to do another payload, definitely my favorite map type. Not a lot of engagement so far, but it will be the attackers coming up. They're attacking left-hand side, both tanks here, behind that Reinhardt shield from Legends. Just able to block out a lot of the damage, but now Hogpen privy to it, coming back in, and timing that hook perfectly was Ornawan here on Roadhog, able to get Ideal Legends now, just recognizing that shield is about to go down, throwing the hook out there and getting a fantastic pull before that tank could get to safety. Now continuing to get the kills, Wakachi going after that opposite support Aurora, Ideal Saifu drops. It's a good defense from Hogpen to start. And we saw that hook come in from Ornawan, and just fantastic timing there to recognize the opportunity and shut that attack down pretty early on. Once again, it's Sacred Angels trying to re-engage both their tanks now in this lower left-hand portion. Could be found if they're not careful. A Fire Strike may give away their position, but now coming up through that bottom side again. Behind the shield of Ideal Legends, trying to create some space. Halfway to a tick on the point, and already starting to fall as Boss falls on Ana. Kill him able to get the better of that support. Immediately disadvantaged, but with a shorter respawn, as long as they can continue to kind of stall a little bit, maybe they won't try to. As they try and retreat, it looks like the attackers, or the defenders rather, able to get the kills in on them. Saifu has just one back for the attack, but I think they're still pretty far down. As I say that, going in with the Dragon Blade now, looking for a couple, is able to pick up 2 actually for Liam and Wakachi, both falling via the blade. And they earn a little bit more percentage. Once again, the defenders from Hogpen cleaning up really well and not too threatened on the point just yet. For the defenders, they've got the Primal Rage here from Killam. 101 has the Whole Hog Charisma with the Valkyrie Wakashi. We'll have a Transcendence here in just a second. And I imagine Manny throughout the course of this next fight will also pick up a Tactical Visor. So they'll have 2 minutes on the clock, but this current fight looks like it may go their direction. You see the Shadow on the other side and the Graviton Surge from Ideal Riot for the attackers, but I think this fight probably has the defenders written all over it. See if Hogpen can shut them down. Once again, coming up there, defensive right. 101 looking for an opportunity to get that hook in again. It's a pounced in there from Horrible I Am on Doomfist, trying to get some space, but both of those tanks will go off the side. Chris will be able to get Wakachi back in the fight as kills swap either side. A good sleep across the way from Boss onto Manny. And now they'll use that to engage maybe a little bit, but not a lot of room to work with. The Graviton Surge coming out grabs a couple, but a well-timed Transcendence here from Wakashi will effectively shut down any threat to them. A Nano onto Ideal Riot actually may be costly for them. Still two attackers down. That Farah trying to poke in damage from the back. Zaniism with a Rocket Barrage, but hasn't been able to use it just yet. Ideal Riot did fall there. And once again, the defenders holding well. Didn't have to use a lot of ults. They used the Primal Rage and Wakachi's Transcendence, both well-timed. 4 ultimates remaining, though. Should be about 4 for the attackers, however, before the end of this fight. But now they're under 60 seconds. They don't have much time to deliberate. The few places they tried to push have been unsuccessful so far. They've kind of swapped up and down, but now it's a few coming main, the rest coming that attacking bottom left-hand side with the damage boost here, and the Diva switch on Ideal Riot trying to get negate a lot of that damage coming through. It's another Dragon Blade here from Saifu looking to use it to get in some more damage. Manny in the healing range there will be able to defend himself. Still no kills though from the Dragon Blade, largely ineffective because the rest of the defenders just ignore him mostly. Get the kills around and then finally focus that Genji. And it's been a really solid defense from Hogpen so far. Just the Tactical Visor though from Manny to work with. The attackers will definitely have one more time to engage, and Angels will look to get at least maybe a tick on the point. Killam shutting things down very early though, able to get 2 kills. Ideal, Legends, and Aurora both falling, and this may actually just end it right here. They'll get onto the point to try the contest, but the Tactical Visor is already grabbing a couple. And yeah, just cleaning up on the point now, able to grab the rest of those kills. The overtime meter will go down, and yeah, I think that is a strong initial defense from Hogpen. So like we saw on the game last night, a good initial defense from the team defending first. I think this map kind of favors the defenders. I think we see more full holds on here than most of the hybrid maps, I'd have to say. At least in my own experience. I don't know if you all in your comp games experience the same thing. But definitely favoring the defenders, and Hogpen eSports with a fantastic defense there. Only need the tick to take this first map and be 1 foot over the line up to that 6-1 that will really give them, really kind of clinch that top spot for them. Now looking at the attackers, Hogpen coming out with Manny on Tracer, Horrible on Doomfist again, played well in the first round. Killam now going probably something other than Symmetra. 101 maybe on Diva, Charisma. Wakachi filling out supports on Lucio and Mercy respectively. For the defenders, still deciding, but so far we've got Saifu on Soldier instead of the Genji. Legends now on Diva. Zaniism going Tracer, trying to cause some issues in the back.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Aurora now going on the Mercy. Boss switching off Ana to Moira. Ideal Riot with Orisa. The Orisa, I think, an interesting pick with this comp. Obviously, the shield is helpful and they can maintain some high ground. I think Saifu will be able to stay behind the shield, but Legends will be looking to maybe dive a little bit. And Zaniism won't really be able to benefit from that shield either. So we'll see how this defense works for them. Killam decide to switch off the Symmetra and going Winston. I think that's a good choice. Now, rather quickly, wow, with their attack coming up the left-hand side, looks like it will go all the way around, but the defenders, I think, are already pretty aware of it as Legends coming down, able to engage them quickly. They're trying to get onto the point, but a good pull will group them together. We'll see if the damage coming through the defenders will be enough to shut down the attack. Nobody going down just yet, and as Actually, it is Ornament going out of mech immediately, and that's going to be a tough loss for them. Effectively a tank down as the pilot falls. Still trying to get a percentage, but the defense from Angels holding well, so we're able to get a few. Horrible I am answering back. Manny getting in the mix as well. Zanyism with another one for Angels, and it does look like the defense has a stronger hold on the point so far. It could be a good initial push from them, and yeah, holding well there. About 60 seconds off the clock for the attackers Hogpen, and maybe proving more difficult than they thought after initial defense. But coming in for this next engagement, they'll have the Pulse Bomb from Manny, possibly a Primal Rage, could be a Sound Barrier depending on how long the fight goes. Courtesy Boss here on the Moira with pretty close to a Coalescence. We'll have that very shortly. We'll be able to use that to maybe try and shut down this attack before it really gets any kind of speed. The Pulse Bomb actually with Manny connects to Aurora and Zany both going down, and that could be the initiation that the attackers need to get in this. They have the advantage. Horrible picks up another kill on Ideal Riot, trying to go in with Doomfist and getting these kills, able to take down Saifu in a good combo. Yeah, and now the Self-Destruct coming through from Ornament, trying to, rather Ideal Legends able to get Ornament on that Diva, caught out of mech there, and yeah, it looks like maybe Hogpen's starting to earn a little bit of this percentage. Ideal Legends back on there being healed, the Valkyrie coming out from the Mercy on the other side, Wakachi able to get a lot of the healing in on Hogpen's attackers. Yeah, still looks like they're not able to focus their targets and clean up well enough to shut these attacks down before they shut the defense down before they're able to respawn. But a good double coming in from Ornament there on the Self-Destruct. This may just do it for them. It's just Ideal Riots left on the Reinhardt. The control meter starts to tick up for them. Zanyism trying to stall as long as possible, but it won't work. They are able to cap the point there, and yeah, Nubani. Solid finish for Hogpen Esports. And Onawan from the get-go, getting those pulls early on Roadhog really make a difference, getting kills here with the whole hog to help Hogpen get the victory. The all cards for them came out very strong. Sacred Angels have the map pick for the second game, so we'll see if they can answer back. We'll have that pick for you when we return. And welcome back. Hogpen Esports up 1-0 over Sacred Angels on Nimbani. Able to do a full hold on the first point and finally breaking through that stubborn Sacred Angels defense on their attack to get the tick, go up 1-0 in this match. Kings Row, the map pick from Sacred Angels. Interesting, they would go with another control point, but definitely a different shape to this one. I think maybe favors the attackers a little bit more. The spawn point's a little bit closer to the first point. So maybe a map they've practiced and one they feel confident on, even after having lost a hybrid map in such a decisive fashion. But coming back in here, and both teams are actually ready to go, I believe. Both with only 6 on the roster, so I'm assuming that they're all set and all ready to go. Interesting, again, Kings Row the pick. We saw a similar thing, I believe, on last week on Nepal, where one of the champion tier games, team lost the control point first and then picked a control point. And actually in the reverse fixture of that same game previously in the season, exact same thing happened. It was the Oasis week, where one team lost on Oasis, then went to lose on another control point. So interesting to come out with another type, but you know, could be the strategy that works out for them. Remains to be seen. But like I said, I think we're about ready to get to this game. Again, guys, just as a reminder, the free-for-all tournament is this Saturday, the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in that tournament, make sure you are on deck and ready so we can pull you into those games and get you on stream. Should be exciting affair. We'll do the entire tournament that evening, so if you'd like to spectate, you can check that out. Also, if you want to look at any of the games from Week 6 or the previous game here from Week 7, any of the games throughout the season, you can tab over to the video archive on our Twitch channel and check it out, or YouTube as well has a deeper library of games from this season, last season, and even Season 1. So you can go and check all that out, the All-Star game. A lot of fun stuff on there. Now coming out on Kings Row, Sacred Angels, this time defending first. Will be in blue as the attackers start to develop their comps on the right side. As the defense spawns in, Ideal Riot on Roadhog. Aurora is still undecided, but we expect probably maybe a Mercy or a Moira here. Ideal Saifu on Junkrat. Boss going Lucio and showing good ability to flex. Kind of both their supports flexing really well. Ideal Legends on Orisa. Zanyism again on Tracer. For Hogpen Esports, Manny on Tracer also should be a fun Tracer battle between Zanyism and Manny. Horrible I am. Maybe going Widow to start, seeing if the defense will give me anything to work with. Kill him on Winston. 1-1 on Farah. Charisma going Lucio Wakachi on Mercy. A lot of potential targets for Horrible. Looks for somebody maybe poking, tries to get the shot in, but now they're aware the Widow's there, so may lose line of sight. They do just that and disappear around the side. Horrible, I am frustrated. We'll have to switch off the Widow and go another direction. But now trying to attack, Kill him coming in, forces the hook there from Riot. Does not connect, but he'll retreat back to his team, so the attack won't come in just yet. The defense doing well. The hook again, not quite landing for Riot, and trying to get damage in on that Farah, but now they're getting swarmed in from all sides. The attack starts to push. Now the dive coming in from Killam. The kill starting to go the way of the attackers. It's Onorwan getting the kill on Saifu. Aurora now falling as well. Ideal Legends drops, and Hogpen may be able to cap this point within the first minute. Already almost a tick there for them, looking to get the res in, and Wakachi has some space, picks up that Farah, and yeah, Hogpen getting in and through very quickly. Now 3 minutes on the clock for them before they get the time bonus from capping this first point. 5 minutes and 30 seconds now as they go through the streets phase. The defenders reeling a little bit, Aurora has a Coalescence though, may be able to split up this attack a little bit. They can focus down targets. Ideal Riot switching over to Diva to try and absorb a lot of the damage, definitely coming through this narrow streets phase. Horrible I am 85% to a Meteor Smash, or Meteor Strike, I believe, on Hogpen eSports. Probably will have that this fight, kill him with a Primal Rage as well, so they'll be looking to build that momentum coming into this next point here. Looking for some space in the back. Horrible trying to get a lot of damage in, but it won't quite connect. Bear getting picked back up again. Only one getting back into the sky, but the attackers kind of falling around him. Zanyism and Ideal Riot able to kind of stop the bleeding, so to speak, from the attackers coming through. Ideal Riot here trying to bot the Sphera, and I think it's going to be a good defense from Sacred Angels. Saifu trying to get some space in, but may get caught out here, a little overextended, and gets the flash off, but will drop. Now Zanyism falling as well. The attackers have momentum now coming in through the center section as the defense continues to fall. Right out of mech now. Ideal Legends very low, and it could be just cleanup work here now for Hogpen eSports. Grabbing the payload before they get too over exuberant, but able to get the kills there, and it may just be one more team fight before B. I do expect Sacred Angels to contest this. They have a few ultimates they can use. They'll have a few coming up, and if they're able to get the kill on Horrible right here, that is an advantage for them. I'd like to see them push up before the B checkpoint, but maybe engaging with the tire. One using the barrage, they're not quite able to connect. And yeah, now the defense coming out, really trying to push back Hogpen and prevent them, or maybe stall out some of this time. It's still 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So definitely trying to eat away at that, and it may be able to do just that. Legends and Saifu both able to get a few kills. Saifu adds a few more and going off right now. Three minutes and 28 seconds now for the attack, but 5 ultimates for the defense. Looking to shut down this next kind of fight maybe before it starts. If they're responsible about how they use these, they can definitely get a few fights out of these collective ultimates, stagger them a little bit, and never be too far behind. Just looking for an opportunity now. Manny the only one with a pulse bomb, but may be able to find some space in behind and disrupt the defense regardless. Saifu now with the Deadeye able to grab Farah out of the sky, and that's a good start for them. Pulse Bomb coming through, gets onto Legends, but I think he'll get pretty good healing. Legends actually getting that Tracer and Farah back up now. Another good res from Wakashi, and able to get those off in kind of a meta that's kind of shifting away from those reses, but definitely useful and able to protect them well. So solid play from the entire team, able to kind of group up around that Mercy. 1-1 falling again, and Sacred Angels defending really well. 2 minutes and 30 seconds now. They've really eaten away at this time bank, and I think they'll be satisfied with this defense so far. If they're able to stop the payload here, that's still a little bit of work to do, but definitely reasonable. Getting to the B checkpoint and all the way through the map is definitely difficult, so good defense and, again, responsible ult usage will be essential. I do still have 3, only used a couple in that last one, so I'm already off to a fantastic start. Just about 2 minutes here for the attack, and I think they took a little bit of time between those last 2 attacks. I think it could have come a little sooner, but the sound barrier coming out for Boss now, able to keep a lot of these defenders up, but as I say that, Legends and Zanyism both falling. Now ultimates coming out all over the place for Hogpen, looking to try and get through just as quickly as possible and have some time to spare. The Coalescence coming out, though, from Aurora, I think will be exactly what they wanted. And it's still been a good attack. I think they're still able to get their kills. Only just the 1 ultimate for Sacred Angels left. And I think Hogpen will be able to cap this checkpoint. Oh, another Deadeye coming in. Maybe they can... Hey, that's good. Ease there from Ornawan on the Farah, and maybe the defense isn't quite done just yet. The tire coming out from Zanius may grab a couple, does get kill him, and the defenders now start to swarm back onto the point. Oh, but as I say that, able to clean up there, and yeah, looking good for Hogpen eSports. Still 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Still a lot of time to work with. They don't have to be too hasty. They've got a couple fights to go. Ideal Riot now switching to the Roadhog. I think that's a good swap. Ideal Legends with a Supercharger. The only ultimate for the defenders, the only one close. Aurora falling here. Also, they only have the 1 support and still a 6v5 as Hogpen continues his push. Ooh, now Horrible dropping Zanyism, able to take out Horrible, and yeah, it's the bomb coming in, however, from 1-1, not quite connecting. And really kills going either side. Hard to tell who really has the advantage, but I think, again, the defenders here with the shorter respawn will, if they're not focused down very quickly, won't really matter if the attack's getting the kills, right? Because they'll be able to come back out and just continue replenishing their supply, so to speak. So the defender's cleaning up there. 1 minute and 48 seconds here for Hogpen with the one ultimate, actually two, I guess. Wakachi has Valkyrie as well. Manning very close to a pulse bomb, and obviously can earn that very quickly, so stay up and get in behind and see if he can disrupt this defense. Still 3 ultimates, almost 4. Just about 5, probably about the next time the engagement comes through. Boss very close to a sound barrier and has used those well this game. Doomfist, Horrible Am with the Meteor Strike coming in, trying to bait out this tank inside Ideal Riot. However, caught by a few of the attackers, gets some help from his team with a good hook there, and a whole hog, able to get the 1-1 out of mech, and that's a huge play from him with the pulse bomb coming through. I think the damage will take him down, though it may have been somebody else getting the final kill. Still 4 ultimates for the defenders. It's going to be a retreat, I think, for the attack. We've got some time to come back in, but still a good hold here for Sacred Angels. Tire coming through from Zanyism, looking to disrupt the attack rather, and make him wait a little bit longer for this response, but gets caught there a little bit out in the open as Horrible's able to get the damage in from the top and get back to his supports. Look at play from that Doomfist. Shatter coming through, may catch a couple, and now ultimates all over the place. The sound barrier and the bomb there from Diva, able to grab one on Ideal Riot and take out the supercharger, so a good pickup from the attackers. Another res coming through on from Wakachi to get Diva back up and in mech, helping out Hogpen continue this attack. They're getting the kills here, and they should be able to really get the payload through. They want to try and do it with time on the clock, but if you're Sacred Angels, you just want to get them in overtime so that you've got a little bit more room to work with on your own attack. Diving in, Ideal Legends trying to go through, but gets damaged before the pulse bomb connects. Finally does it. He drops it very quickly. The defenders now disadvantaged without that shield as the attack continues to push, but they only have 7 seconds. Zanyism and Riot both falling. The attack continuing the onslaught. Hogpen trying to get this payload into point. They will be able to do it, but they won't have time on the clock. As I say that, the defender's coming back. It's a sound barrier coming out, though, from Charisma to try and keep everybody bolstered. The self-destruct won't really do too much, and they'll be able to get the payload in regardless. A good initial attack from Hogpen, and all to do for Sacred Angels. So a solid attack from Hogpen. Definitely stalled in the streets phase. I think that was a good defense from Sacred Angels, and then being able to take, what time bank Hogpen had rather, and whittle it down to overtime. Still impressive. If they're able to get to the final checkpoint with time on the clock, then they can attack this A point for the win. Try and force that third game. Make it interesting here against the 5-1 Hogpen eSports. Sacred Angels, their first game in the league, overtaking Atlas B's record. Hogpen eSports able to take the first checkpoint in under a minute. Had a lot of time going through, but again, Sacred Angels with that defense able to hold them, and I think it was good ultimate usage. I think it was well-timed support ultimates from both Aurora and Boss to keep the teams alive. And Zanyism with some clutch work in the DPS department to get damage in on those attackers. But on the other side, Horrible Am, I think, doing a lot of work on Doomfist. We don't get to see a lot of Doomfist players, so that was a lot of fun to see. And again, the supports for Hogpen, again, just keeping the team alive.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Now Sacred Angels coming in for their attack. No Widow option for them. Just coming directly through main as the defense from Hogpen's a little bit further back than we normally see. Wakachi already getting in damage. You see the kills going for the attackers, cleaning up very quickly as, or rather for the defenders as the attack starts to kind of fall apart. Wakachi with the Discord Orbs, able to get in the feed a little bit, helping out on the kill on Boss there. And yeah, the feed lighting up for Hogpen, a good initial defense. Oh, solid left click. Aurora almost falls, able to get back 2 supports. But yeah, definitely the dangerous Zenyatta left trigger, able to do a lot of damage on anybody coming around the corner. But now trying to come in for this engagement, nobody falling just yet, but now Manny getting the better of his opposite, Zanyism. Ideal Legends falling as horrible I am is able to get in on Doomfist. Now, again, it's Hogpen defending really well, and they did defend first on Nubani, and were able to perform full hold. So I'm kind of surprised that we did go to a hybrid pick. This is when you kind of start asking the questions now, with almost, I guess, just about, over a minute of your time bank gone, minute and 20 seconds. And you picked a hybrid map and you need to perform here, but now Hogpen, who you're already down in the series against, picks up the the full map completion, all 3 points. So kind of a tough spot. Was a really good hook there from Ornawan, able to get a little bit of space for the defenders, and now pushing a little bit further up the choke, kind of bullying Sacred Angels a little bit and continuing to get the kills. Horrible AM and really everybody getting in on the action. Meteor Strike coming in from Horrible. We'll use that on to Legends, who had the damage negate from the Take a Breather and able to get back to kind of a more defensive support position. But just a really difficult kind of attack now for Sacred Angels. I think kind of getting split up a little bit. You see the aggressive defense here from Hogpen, though if Wonderwan's not careful, he could get caught out. Able to pull back there, getting the help from supports, and able to get the hook in, but decides not to shoot. Smart with the bubble there, not going to charge that Zarya at all. But I expect to see maybe a little bit of a difference in the fight as the ultimates start to come out. It's still more for the defense, but the attack of a few they can try and use. Manny coming in and disrupting immediately. Ideal Riot going down with, not with a Graviton though, so they'll still have ultimates available to them. But the Whole Hog coming in, taking down Aurora, and Manny able to get the damage in on Zanyism and drop that opposite Tracer. It's just been a solid defense from Hogpen. A minute and 24 seconds on the clock for the Sacred Angels attack. They'll again have a few ultimates to work with, but it starts to look a little bit bleak. They've got definitely less time, and they've got a really long way to go if they want to get anything out of this map. Now it's Hire coming out from Saifu, trying to get damage in, taking a interesting route. Climbing, maybe trying to find that Valkyrie Mercy, but a smart Valkyrie from Charisma will keep that Mercy safe. Supercharge now coming out for Hogpen directly on the point. It's a Ideal Riot Whole Hog trying to get a lot of damage through the sound barrier, also from Boss, helping out to keep everybody up, and now kill swapping either side as Zanyism is able to take down the Supercharger. Now it starts to look like Sacred Angels is picking up the kills they need. You see the kill feed going after them, and now it's made it very low, trying to escape, but does not quite get away. Zany is finally able to pick him up, and now it's just 4-1 on the point. Using the Take a Breather, trying to stall a little bit longer and get that time down, but I think we'll get focused down here by the attack, and they'll concede this point. So better late than never for Sacred Angels. Able to cap A, but not a lot of time to work with. But they did have a solid defense, so there's no time on the clock either for Hogpen eSports. So really they just need aggressive attack through the streets phase and have as much time as possible to try and get through to complete the map with as much time on the clock as possible. I guess actually they only need, what, 1 second or something like that. Gotta be able to get to the point. I guess they're probably gonna give it like 30 seconds or something. I think they get a minute maybe. I don't know. But regardless, the time on the clock in order to be able to engage this next section and have an opportunity to come back, force the third map here, and upset Hogpen, who after Winky Face lost in earlier, last night, have an opportunity to overtake first place in the rival tier. Tire coming out here from Sifu, again trying to get in damage, but is able to pick up that Roadhog. The Transcendence not quite quick enough for Wakachi to get to protect that Roadhog. But now the Pulse Bomb coming in will take down Wakachi. It's really the attackers starting to get the kills as Okillum has to try and get back to a health pack, getting focused down, and will eventually drop. It's been a really solid attack from Sacred Angels through this first fight. Definitely not getting stalled there and continuing to push. They do have a sound barrier from Boss, and those have come out at just the perfect time just throughout this game. So definitely expect to see that, and the Coalescence from Aurora in the mix as well, but still 4 ultimates from the defenders, Hogpen eSports, and could use them here. The Pulse Bomb coming out, a good fade from Aurora, gets some safety. Saifu able to take down another, and again, just an aggressive attack from Sacred Angels. And really, I guess all they needed was to get to a payload section, cruising through this much faster than Hogpen were able to, and got stalled here a little bit, but they only have a minute on the clock, so still definitely disadvantaged, but starting to get some kills. Aurora able to pick one up on the opposite Wakachi, and they'll coast into the B checkpoint. I think able to clear up the last straggler there, Manny, and we'll cap that 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's a lot of time to work with to get into this final section and cap this map. in a really good spot. Just the Valkyrie on the other side on the Hogpen eSports side, rather the defense. It's killing switches to a Reinhardt, combining with Zarya, 1-1, now making that switch as well. But again, for the attackers, it's 4 ultimates, a couple more on the way, and if they're smart about this, they really could wipe the defense from Hogpen very quickly. I think Hogpen eSports might be reeling a little bit, but it's been a good, strong payload push from Sacred Angels so far. As I say that, 1-1, getting the kill back for Hogpen, trying to end this onslaught that's been kind of coming through pretty aggressively. Killam getting another one there, but Kill still kind of swapping either side. I think it's a 4v4. Valkyrie now out from Charisma, trying to keep the defense alive. Will do just that as the attackers kind of have to retreat a little bit. Just under 1:30 for them. Cypher able to use the tire, coming back through. The Graviton Surge catches one, but able to get him down. Wakachi able to get back up though, but pays for it. Charisma then falling, trying to get that res off, and another sound barrier from Boss will keep Sacred Angels on their feet. Turning to, they've now got Bows of Force, I think trying to get somebody in the back, but it won't matter for them. They're closing in on the final point, and it could be a last-ditch attempt from Horrible, trying to use the Meteor Strike to get a couple kills. Is able to take down the sound barriers of his Legends Falls as well, but the kills still going the way of the attack. Ideal Riot, Saibu, and Aurora all in the mix there, getting kills in the feed, and I think it may be a successful push for them. Trying to use a Shatter. I think Killam went down. I don't know if that will count against his ultimate. Actually, it will if you look up there at the top. No ultimate for him, and they'll be able to push this in if they can just get Manny down, who's now switched over to the Reaper to try and get some more damage. Horrible I am off the Doomfist now onto Mei, trying to stall as long as possible. And it's just stall heroes here from Hogpen. They'll have to eat up 30 additional seconds from Sacred Angels, who now are trying to retreat. They know they have one more fight in them, and at this point, just capping the map will be essential. When both sides will have a little bit of time left. Boss going down early means good defense from Hogpen. They have an opportunity to take the game here if they continue this defense for another 10 seconds, plus the overtime. One ultimate here for Zanyism, trying to maybe come in behind and use that on these defenders, but I don't know if they'll even get to the point. They will actually, the overtime meter going off here. Aurora in the back, it's a pulse bomb on the point directly, and it won't actually catch anybody, but the defenders getting the kills. Overtime meter threatening to tick down. It's just Boss and Legends on the point for Sacred Angels. Overtime meter starts to drop. I think that is a win for Hogpen eSports. Fantastic defense from Hogpen there at the end, combined with how long they were able to stall the first point that got them the win. Now the play coming in from Hogpen, Order 1 definitely a solid tank player. I think we saw a lot of good plays from all the members of Hogpen, definitely Order 1 here, and yeah, solid win. Going up to 6-1 and really taking a controlling lead in the rival tier. We'll look at how that affects the playoffs when we come back. And welcome back. Hogpen with a solid defense to take the win on Kings Row, 3-2. And again, we can always question the hybrid pick coming out from Sacred Angels, but they definitely looked stronger on that map. Their payload push much better. They just, that attack a little bit too lethargic, I think, getting into the first point. Hogpen able to hold them really well, and they finally did get to the payload push. And we'll have to see how they do on Junkertown coming out of Week 8. Straight payload map, and really could favor them. I'd like to see them come out really strongly there. In Week 8, they'll be facing, let's see, it looks like it'll be Beats by Lucio. Actually, I think they replaced Atlas Beast. They'll be playing Daddyland in week 8, and it'll be should be a good fight for them. Deadland also there at coming in at the top of the standings in 3rd place at 4-2, not yet played in week 7. So a chance here to go level with Winky Face 5-2 and get into one of those first 2 bye spots for the rival tier. In that tier, 6 teams make the playoffs, but the top 2 get a first round bye, so essential to keep fighting for those spots. There towards the bottom, a few teams tied at 2 and 4 and separated on points though, so map wins will be essential trying to get into that last playoff spot. Yeah, just 1 week to go. Should be pretty exciting. Hogpen next week facing Reddit Gynos, another strong team coming off a win over Winky Face, and yeah, definitely a lot of momentum going into that game. Will look to be kind of giant killers again against Hogpen. See if they can disrupt the top of the rival tier. Later this week, we've got a few games already scheduled for week 7. Again, captains, if you haven't gotten the schedules, make sure that you do. Tomorrow night from the Challenger tier, Squaw versus Legacy at 8:15 Eastern, it's PM. And a game on Friday as well from the Challenger tier, DLG, Desert Legion Gaming, versus Danny DeFito. That's Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. I think I should be casting both of those games, so they should be good to watch. Excited for those. And yeah, the Challenger tier also pretty exciting. Playoff picture. Teams really in the hunt for those last 2 playoff spots. 4 teams get in there, and a lot to play for. So the last 2 weeks of the season should be exciting. If you're looking for more OWXL action, you can check out the Twitch archive. Got a lot of videos from recent weeks over there, or the YouTube channel. Both those links can be found on the website OWXL.com. And again, the free-for-all tournament this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, should be really fun. First time we've done a free-for-all tournament, so excited for that. And remember, if you are playing that, make sure you're on hand. Registration is closed, so if you're listening, hoping to get in, make sure you're in our Discord so you can see when we're hosting our next event or tournament, and you can get into that. But I think that will do it for us. Again, congratulations to Hogben for the win and taking a commanding lead in the rival tier, Sacred Angels. Back at it in week 8, trying to get a win to kind of round out the end of their season. So that will do for us for the OWXL and the rivals here. Salt and Pepper, and we'll see you next time.